Okay, so everybody I think is getting snow cone makers. I know this because I got this one actually off of QVC clearance, and it appears to be the exact same machine as the Back to Basics one that is on Amazon, which of course, duh, then I went to Amazon and got one from there, but I'll get to that. So this one is actually called the Electric Ice Shaver from Chris Freytag, I'm going to say. And again, it looks exactly like the Back to Basics, which is why I'm going to put it under this review, but I do have to say that this is, you know, it's called the Chris Freytag. I think it's the same machine and they slapped the name on it. So here's the top, here's the actual base, a little holder for your snow cone, cup. Inside is a razor blade basically right there, and that's what's going to shave your ice. So again, I wasn't in the market for this when I started. I was just on QVC, saw it for like 20 bucks, something like that, and so I got it. It actually came with a couple of syrups and a couple of spoons as well, and it came with this one ice, or rather two ice molds. However, I'm down to one because the other one cracked one time when I was trying to get the ice out of it, and that necessitated my need to get another machine, but I'll get to that. So this is basically how it works, and I like to keep a bag of ice molds in the freezer, always making more. I also bought plenty of syrups that I found online at a place, Home Cinema I think it was called. Really, really good, tasty syrups. Some made with real sugar, some made with corn syrup, and actually the real sugar ones do taste better. They're like not even $1 more. It just gets you on shipping, but they're so worth it. So I have like a whole bunch. Alright, so you pop your ice mold in and pop your top on. Of course, this machine is loud. If there's any drawback to it, that's it. I have two different types of cups here too. Now this review is for the ice machine, but I'm going to throw this in here. So these are the Back to Basics cups that you can get, and you only get like 25 of them. They had them with Prime. You get 25 and I think some straws with it, something like that. Then I later went back and I got this 200 of these polar cones, snow cones, and they would appear to be, you know, similarly made, everything, except I've noticed that these do seem to leak in the bottom. So I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, so here we go. Let's put a cup that, you know what, let's use this. Also, while I'm at it, I got these Back to Basic, the silicone cups with the cute little holders. So I'm going to use one of those. Stick that in there, and here we go. Get ready for noise. Alright, you get the gist. You see it there. Then you take your favorite snow cone syrup. Of course, there's no kids here, hence the quiet house. I personally am a great fan of lime syrup, which for some reason is very hard to find anywhere unless you're buying lime with other flavors that you don't want, or you would have paid $15 for it. Ridiculous. So I have a huge vat of lime over there, this lime, another lime, so we'll call that expendable, and I will pour some of that on there. Whoops, maybe a bit too much. Whoopsie. Take a spoon. You got to get your spoon straws too. No, you don't. You really don't, but you could. And I did, and there they are. Mix it up, and then you'll see that once you put in syrup, although clearly I did pour in quite a bit, you know, you're going to yield much less ice because it's going to melt some, and then you have to put more on and blah, blah, blah. So there's number one. You know what, I'm not going to do this machine in this review. I'll do a separate review for this machine. This one is the Victorio shaved ice machine. Okay, so getting to why I had to get this other one. The reason I did was because, as I said earlier, I broke one of these ice molds, so I was down to one, and that doesn't cut it. So I had seen something called Japanese ice molds on Amazon, so I went back looking for them. They were gone. Now that's why I figure everybody's buying snow cone makers now. So what I did find was this machine for like $14, $15, something like that, and I noticed that it came with 3 ice molds with lids, which are actually, they seem nicer, you know, at least just as good if not better as these. And they do have lids, which is great. It's frozen. There we go. Has a lid to it, so I can keep 3 at a time, stack them up. Perfect. So I bought this machine just for these. However, my son actually likes using this one, so you know, sometimes we'll use that one if I'm too lazy to actually plug this one in, which has been known to happen. Okay, so there you go. That's this one, the Chris Freytag electric ice shaver, also known as what I think is the same as the Back to Basics machine. So yeah, I'm going to go do a Victorio review now. I hope this helps.